Tired of the state of so-called popular music? Sick of searching everywhere for authentic bands and musicians?
Now you've seen how bad things can get and how quick they can get that way.
Got the overproduced, under-talented auto-tune blues?
Yeah!
Then keep it tuned. Real music is on the way. This is Almost Famous. Your home, the best local musicians, and select live performances.
Here's Johnny.
Here's John Shea.
And welcome to the second hour of Almost Famous here on 95.9 WATD. Introducing you to local music every Tuesday night, brought to you by Tiny & Sons Glass. Route 53 in Pembroke, online at tinyandsons.com, and by Weymouth Bank, with 2 locations in Kingston and 1 in Weymouth. Trusted by families and businesses for 125 years. My name is John Shea, and we are being joined in the studio by 2 people who you have been hearing throughout the first hour. Chris Heller and Hailey Magee. How are you guys doing?
Hello.
Hey, we're feeling great.
So let's do what we didn't get to do in the first hour, and let's go into a little bit more detail about who you are. So let's start with Hailey. Hailey, who are you?
Hi, everybody. Yes, my name is Hailey Magee. I grew up in New Jersey, and I moved to the Boston area for school. So I'm a Somerville-based singer-songwriter. I write all my own stuff, and I also coordinate the community that we've been talking about all evening called EBASS, which stands for Emerging Boston Area Singer-Songwriters. And I do that with my really good friend, Chris Heller, who's here with me.
And Chris, tell us about your background.
So I'm from the North Shore, from Swampscott originally, and I've been living in Cambridge for the past 7 years. And I just started writing music a few years ago after I graduated from college. And now I'm doing it full time, and I'm trying to perform and play as much as possible. I'm sort of a pop, basically, singer-songwriter.
And actually, Chris, if I could, let me have you swing over the blue microphone. I'm hearing some noises on that mic that kind of sound a little bit weird, and I want to make you sound as good as possible tonight.
Thank you.
Let's try that.
Right. Hello, hello.
Ah, much better.
Better? Good.
So who wants to start the live music portion?
I think Chris does.
Great, I'll start us off.
What are we going to hear first?
So this is a song from my first EP, and this one's called Lukewarm.
Special reason, but baby, why won't you admit it? That recently what we had going has run its course and gone. It's not that we're cold, it's not that we're angry, just that we're both a little lukewarm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Think back to when a kiss was more than hello, goodbye. When I noticed your haircuts, or when you told me white lies. When words like I love you were more than habit unchecked. You made me feel like I could walk on water, but now I'm up to my neck. And maybe it's something I said, and maybe it's something I did. Well, maybe there's no special reason, but baby, why won't you admit it? That recently what we had going has run its course and gone. It's not that we're cold, it's not that we're angry, just that we're both a little lukewarm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Lukewarm. So please just be honest and say what you want. Just 'cause it's easy don't mean it's love. Please just be honest and say what you want. Just 'cause it's easy don't mean it's maybe it's something I said, maybe it's something I did. Well, maybe there's no special reason, but baby, why won't you admit it? Recently what we had going has run its course and gone. It's not that we're cold, it's not that we're angry, just that we're both a little lukewarm.
Chris Heller live on the tiny stage tonight, 95.9 WATD. That was amazing. Nice job
Thank
on
you.
that. What's the story behind that song?
You know, it was actually about a friend's relationship, not my own. He was just going through kind of a rough patch, and so I guess I wrote him a moody song about it.
And that is off the EP, which is called Rise. And are these albums still available on your website?
Yes, they're on my website, Chris Heller Music. They're on iTunes and Spotify and all the normal places.
Excellent. Let's introduce Hailey to the microphone tonight. Hailey, what are you going to play for us tonight?
Hey there. I'm going to play a song called Reckless, and it's actually the first track off of my newly released EP as of the end of August. So,
And where can people find that?
people can find that on HaileyMagee.com, Bandcamp, my Facebook page. It's all there.
Excellent. Let's hear it. Hailey Magee on the tiny stage tonight. Take it away.
The sky was blacker than the crows perched upon the windowsill. God lost his patience with the silence, poured his wine and drank his fill. The world don't mind me much, he said. The world don't mind me much at all. No. He drowned the flowers with the flood, but still he never felt so small. We were reckless with our demons, we let them out to play. We were reckless with our love, and we were reckless with our faith. The ground was littered with our lies. We forgot the taste of spring. Washed our sheets clean of the fire. Still we didn't feel a thing. We traded morning prayers for sleep. He was watching as we fell. We fell. This world don't mind me much, he said. This world is making its own hell. Oh, we were reckless with our demons. We let them out to play. We were reckless with our love, and we were reckless with our faith. We were reckless with our demons, we let them out to play. We were reckless with our love, and we were reckless with our faith. And then the sea grew heavy with the tide, the stars blackened by the smoke. He washed his hands and turned his fire to the lands. Up in flames we went. Oh, oh, oh. We were reckless with our demons, let them out to play. We were reckless with our love, and we were reckless with our faith. We were reckless with our demons, we let them out to play. We were reckless with our love. We were reckless with our love, and we were reckless with our faith.
Hailey Magee, very nice.
Thanks, Sean.
You have to share the story about that, because that's a very intriguing song.
It's definitely intriguing. Yeah, like I said, that song is called Reckless, first track off of my EP. It's about the idea of godlessness in modern society and how that makes God feel. So it sort of is a bunch of caricatures about what that's all about.
It sounds like it belongs on like a soundtrack to a movie or something. It's really got that like kind of cool vibe to it. Like I can picture that song fully produced, like with a
oh my God.
wailing guitar solo.
I would not be opposed to that idea. If anyone's interested, hit me up.
So I want to ask, I'll start with you, Hailey. What inspired you to go into music? What inspired you to be a songwriter?
I mean, songwriting has always been like my greatest catharsis. I think it just, everyone says this, but it really allows me to say all the things that I sometimes have trouble saying. I think confrontation is not a strong suit of mine, and a lot of my music sort of takes my biggest things I wish I could confront and just lets me nip them in the bud. So I use it as an outlet more than anything.
And Chris, how about you?
I've always loved singing, always loved playing the piano, and as soon as I sort of lost that outlet in school, I realized I needed to fill the void after I graduated, and I am a huge music listener, of course, and realized I wanted to keep performing, and the best way to do that was to write my own things and try to get that heard.
What was the moment when you realized, I can do this, I can be a songwriter, I can play in front of people and make money doing this?
Still realizing that moment. I like to think it's all a process, right? Yeah, no, it's all a process, and I hope that that's the case, and that's definitely what I'm working towards.
Hailey, how about you?
Yeah, well, unlike Chris, who's amazing, music is not, at least songwriting is not my full-time thing. I work for a music company that does some other stuff called Group Muse, but as a hobby musician, I think it's so accessible. I think the moments when I felt most safe and comfortable have been in bars and music venues, just surrounded by people doing what they love. There's no feeling like that. So that's what keeps us going and feels so good about this.
Can we talk influences for a little bit? Who influenced you, Hailey?
Oh, man, I hate this question. It's so complicated. I listen to a weird spectrum of music, so I take little tidbits from everyone. I really enjoy Ben Howard. He's a British singer-songwriter, and he's like by far the coolest guy ever. And even I would say people, local folks, I think inspire me more than anything. I think that's part of the incentive for why we created EBASS, to be inspired by one another as emerging musicians.
Now, remind people what EBASS is again. I know they heard a lot about it during the first hour, but if somebody's just tuning in now, what is this organization? Because it's really cool, and I think it's an amazing idea.
Thanks, John. Yeah, if you're tuning in, you're in for a treat. Hi. EBASS it stands for Emerging Boston Area Singer-Songwriters, and it's a community. We're not yet an organization. We're working on that, though. And basically, our purpose is to fill the gap. When someone joins the music community, it can be intimidating, hard to get gigs, hard to get shows, hard to meet people. And so we sort of serve to fill that chasm by helping folks book shows, providing opportunities for gigs, and also just like social stuff. We want to meet each other. We all have a lot of fun together, so that's what we do.
That's awesome, because it is a very small community of songwriters and singers and musicians in this area, and as small as it is, there's still people who have never bumped into each other. So this is kind of a cool way to make that happen.
Totally, and that's what we're doing. It started as a Facebook group, and it still is right now, and if you just type in EBASS, it's EBASS, you can join the group and hop on, and all the opportunities would be at your fingertips then. It's that easy right now.
We should give the phone number out, too. If anybody wants to call in and check in and ask Hailey or Chris a question, or just maybe make a request, 781-837-4900, 781-837-4900. Who wants to take the next song?
I'll do that.
Okay. What are we going to hear next?
Back and forth. So this next one is the first song from my second EP, which came out in June. This is a song a little more optimistic about relationships than my last song. This one's called Know You More.
All right. This is Chris Heller on Almost Famous, 95.9 WATD. Take it away.
So few, but once we got to talking, only took a moment for I knew that even though your plane was waiting, even though you had to leave too soon, I wanna take this opportunity, I wanna take a little chance on you. Colorado, back to some good life you built out west. While I remain in Boston, trying to figure out the slightest in my chest. Is it too good to be true? Am I projecting onto you the things I need? Well, I don't know and I don't care for now, just happy you were there with me. And so, could this be the start of something strong? The start of something sweet? Well, I don't know what's in store, but I just want to know you more. And soon we're talking every evening about the details of our days gone by, each assembling fragments into pictures of the other's distant life. And though there's still so much to learn, I can't help liking what I've learned so far. For now I'll keep on holding space, and maybe one day I'll be where you are. And so, could this be the start of something strong, the start of something sweet? Well, I don't know what's in store, but I just want to know you more. I just want to know you more.
You have the perfect voice for this time of night.
Thank you.
That is Chris Heller, along with Hailey Magee in studio tonight. What's the story behind that song?
That song was about a relationship last summer. Well, that one that I hoped would become a relationship with someone who turned out to be long distance. And it was a weird situation because you're meeting the person, getting to know them, but also long distance. And it didn't ultimately work out, but we're friends.
That's good. Better than nothing.
Yes.
We have Chris Heller and Hailey Magee in studio. We have to take a quick timeout, our first timeout of the 9 p.m. hour, and then we're going to turn the mic back over to Hailey. Does that sound good?
Sounds great.
All right. We'll be back with more here on Almost Famous on WATD. And we are back in studio tonight with our co-hosts and tiny stage performers, Chris Heller and Hailey Magee. How are you guys doing in there tonight?
Great.
We're doing so well.
You're sounding amazing.
Thanks.
Hailey, I think you're up. What are you going to play for us?
Yeah, I'm going to play a song called This Beautiful Machine. It's the title track off of my EP, and it's personally the song that means the most to me. It's my personal favorite, so I couldn't wait to play it. It sort of is, it's supposed to capture the essence of the human spirit. I think as people, we tend to outsource ideas about what grace is and beauty, but I think a lot of that can be found in ourselves. So this is my attempt to capture that feeling.
All right, let's hear it. Hailey Magee on 95.9 WATD. Take it away.
We were blind, we will say. We were stripped to the bone, and we chose to be clothed, and we chose to be cold. We were gold, we turned gray. At our feet fell the world, but we looked to the stars and we prayed for something more, for something more. We were deaf, we will say. gospels rang. We know now we will cry. We looked elsewhere for love, elsewhere for light, but it was inside us all this time. All this time. All this time. All this time. This beautiful machine. 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 Oh, this beautiful machine. Oh, this beautiful machine. 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 Oh. Oh. We were dead. We will see. Never living within the binds of our skin, the touch of our lips. We will bleed. We will bend. Every naked intent brought to life on the land, brought to life by hands, and nothing more, and nothing more, and nothing more, and nothing more.
Hailey Magee tonight, 95.9 WATD. Incredible.
Thanks so much, John.
Nice job on that.
Thank you.
I love that song.
I love that song. It's so fun to play. Thank you.
You told the story about that song before you played it, but could you take us maybe through the writing process of how that song kind of began?
Definitely. I think I was thinking about all of the things we sort of take for granted when we think about how amazing humans are, right? We sort of intentionally shield ourselves from emotion from time to time. We don't want to feel things too deeply because they hurt or they're painful. This song is sort of about the idea that one day in the future we'll be looking back saying, like, we were blind, we were deaf, we were not really acknowledging how amazing our potential for feeling is. And so that's what I was thinking of when I wrote that song. And it sort of leads to that really intense climax of, like, the realization that we were wrong in all of these ways.
I was just going to say, I love how that song kind of builds as it progresses.
Thanks. Yeah, it's fun to play. It gets pretty intense, so I just kind of close my eyes and run with it sometimes.
Very nice. So let's talk about where people can find your music online.
Totally. I'm really excited because for the first time I have it available for purchase online. So if you go to HaileyMagee.com, you'll see a link to Bandcamp, which right now is the only platform where you can actually purchase my music. Or you could just do Hailey Magee, it's MAGEE, .bandcamp.com, and it's all there. It's $5 for a 5-track EP. So do that if you're interested.
Excellent. Chris, how about you?
You can find mine on chrishellermusic.com or iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, all those places.
Excellent. Chris, when you first started writing, how old do you think you were?
I never finished a song until just about 2 years ago, so I guess I was 23.
And how would you say that the songs that you wrote when you were 23 compare to the songs that you're writing now?
I think the songs that I'm writing now have grown more personal. I think maybe that's one thing. So maybe I've opened up emotionally a little bit in my songwriting.
Hailey, how would you answer that question? You know, from the songs you started writing first to the songs you're writing now.
Oh my gosh. Well, the first song I ever wrote was called Rainbows, and I was about 6, and I was coming home from a soccer game, and it went like, rainbows, rainbows, shining down from above. So I hope I don't really need to say, if we're getting technical, I would like to say, just generally speaking, they've improved a little, and I don't know, I think I've just tried to listen to a lot of folks and learn from them, like what makes a good narrative, what makes a good song, and I've been trying to incorporate some of that into my own stuff.
Very nice. Well, it's sounding great tonight.
Thanks, John.
Chris, I think you're up next. What are you going to play for us next on your set list?
So this next one is not one that I've recorded yet, except in my bedroom. So it's not an EP, but hopefully it will be at some point. And it's on the sadder side, on the very sad side, but I hope you like it nonetheless.
All right, take it away. Chris Heller on WATD.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do, giving everything I have to you, and I can see it's not enough. Racking my brain and trying to find out what you need, what this is about. Lately I'm just shooting in the dark. So talk to me, don't put up a fence. Stop comparing this to fairy tales, my prince, and try to see you're not letting me in. Well, never mind, it's alright, I'm giving up, I'm giving in. Just please leave the light on, don't say goodnight. Hold me closely for one moment, let me think that you're still mine. I know what you're thinking, I know it's goodbye, but I can't pretend to know why. Can't stop thinking back to the last time that I saw you smiling like that, the way your face lit up when I came by. When I'd smile back and think, okay, maybe I finally found my place, with your heart rested safely next to mine. But then it started, you wanted to hide how the colors started fading from your eyes. I think I knew it, but tried to ignore. Kept holding on like nothing's wrong, it's just a phase and nothing more. Just please leave the light on, don't say goodnight. Hold me closely for one moment, let me think that you're still mine. I know what you're thinking, I know it's goodbye, but I can't pretend to know why. Can we take a little time? I'm not asking for a vow, but if you're warmer by my side, isn't that enough for now? It doesn't have to be first sight. Things can grow if you just try. So please leave the light on, don't say goodnight. Hold me closely for a moment, let me think that you're still mine. I know what you're thinking, I know it's goodbye, but I can't pretend to know why. Just please leave the light on, don't say goodnight. Hold me closely for one moment, let me think that you're still mine. I know what you're thinking, I know it's goodbye, but I can't pretend to know why. Why? But I can't pretend to know why. Oh,
Very nice. Chris Heller on 95.9 WATD. Really cool. That's a new track that's not quite available yet.
Correct.
Awesome. Do you have any plans to lay that down?
Yeah, well, no imminent plans, but definitely it's on the agenda eventually.
What is the writing and recording process like for you, Chris? Like when you're preparing to put together an EP like the ones you've brought tonight, are these just, when you've got 5 songs, you put them together, or is there some special order that you like to do when you're making a CD?
Pretty much. I was saying this to Hailey earlier. So far, I'm a slow writer, and I guess so far, pretty much I've recorded most songs that I've written. It's not like some people write 500 songs and then narrow it down. I wrote 6 songs and narrowed it down to 5, so.
Hailey, how about you?
It's a great question. I think this was my first legitimate EP release for all intents and purposes, so I narrowed it down from, like 30 songs. I tried to pick the ones that spoke most to what I went through in the past year or so. I saw it as like a snapshot of my past year. All the songs on there I'd written within the past 8 months or so.
And congratulations, by the way. I know you just had a very successful CD release show.
Thanks. Yeah, it was super fun. My family came up from Jersey and totally surprised me, and I had a bunch of friends, and it was just really a magical night.
Speaking of shows, where can people see the two of you out playing live?
Good question.
Yeah, it's a great question.
So,
well, they take out their iPhones to look at the calendar.
Yeah, seriously.
No.
Right.
Well, off the top of my head, for different areas, I'll be playing in Portland tomorrow night, which I'm excited about. I've never played up there. And then I guess the biggest show that I'm playing in Boston coming up is I'll be playing at the Hub on Wheels Bike Festival in Boston City Plaza on September 20th. It's a Sunday, and I'm playing at 11 a.m. to 12. And I'll be playing with the full band, so that'll be really fun. I love playing with the full band.
Nice.
Okay, great question. What is the difference between the full, besides the obvious, between the full band and what the people are hearing tonight with the solo acoustic?
I mean, I sing it much the same. It's definitely more. It's fun for me because it's sort of groovy, and I love to hear what guitar and percussion especially do with it. It makes it more high energy. Mm. It's really fun.
How about you, Hailey? Have you worked with a band before?
No, to my great dismay. I really want to. It's something, I'm just looking for the right chemistry, I think.
Okay, if you could put together the perfect band using any musicians,
oh my gosh,
who would that be?
It's just a question I can't answer. It's just so funny because, I hear folks and I love them, in their own skin doing their own thing, and it's so tricky to imagine them on your stuff. It's a whole different realm. But maybe, over time, I think we'll see the more shows we play. I'm playing a show locally, at least. I'm playing one in New Hampshire next weekend, but I'm also playing a show on September 26th in Cambridge with an amazing guitarist named Russell Niffen. We're playing together. It's going to be a great night, so come on out if you're around.
I've heard that name before.
You have heard that name before. He happens to be my boyfriend. He happens to be incredible as well. It's a cool combo to have those two things together.
Now, let's go back to the original topic that we started the show off with tonight. You two are with EBASS, the emerging Boston area singer-songwriters, and you've recently teamed up with Redline Roots, and you've got some shows coming up with them as well, like the actual EBASS shows, correct?
Yeah, everything's been so great. EBASS, within the past 2 months, our show number has just sort of skyrocketed. Every month we have a showcase at the Burren. We have a residency there, typically the first Thursday. Our next one will be on October 8th, so that's sort of changes that plan. We have a surprise pop-up show happening at the Lizard Lounge 1 week from tonight, the same exact time. We've got a bill of about 10 singer-songwriters. It's an amazing bill, one of whom is Brian Carroll, who's behind Redline Roots. So he's done amazing things for us, and we're happy to partner with him for our Songwriter of the Month and other things.
Fantastic. And are tickets available for that show through Lizard Lounge, or are they going to be up on a special link?
Yeah, they're available. There is a brown paper tickets link, and it's all over the Lizard Lounge website and stuff. So it's a humble $5 for an amazing set list.
Not bad at
Lots
all.
of great people. Yeah.
Go, no excuse.
Definitely, I know exactly. Zero excuse. You all must be there. It's going to be great.
Because Hailey will find you.
Yeah, maybe. No promises.
You're up, Hailey. What are we going to hear from you next?
Awesome. I'm just going to keep playing songs from the EP because it's fun for me and I'm still getting them under my finger. So this next song is called You're Just a Kid, and I hope it's self-explanatory. So.
And speaking of Just a Kid, that's a new guitar, isn't it? That's your new kid.
It's my new kid. It's a new Martin. I used to play a really low-grade Fender under like $100, and now it's a whole different world for me. I feel like a legitimate musician. It's crazy.
And you're a lefty, too, which is kind of cool.
Oh, I'm a righty.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
It might look, it's backwards.
It is.
It's backwards, but yeah.
Go for it.
Awesome. Once he held my ankle like it was made of silver and light. Once while I was sleeping, he rearranged my bookcase. He looks at me strangely over his coffee cup. He says, "You're just a kid, grabbing your ears by the throat. You're just a kid, haven't grown into your bones." Plows his hands through his hair like he's wondering how he got here. Well, I've bit my nails to the knob. I've been tired too. My body still springs from this bed, but I've watched love die and I've lost just like you. He touches me softly under my sheets now. He says, "You're just a kid, grabbing your ears by the throat. You're just a kid, haven't grown into your bones." Plows his hands through his hair like he's wondering how he got here. But I know what you pray to when we have our dark days. Music meets us where we are, offers us a cigarette and opens the passenger door. Well, isn't that what we're all searching for? But I'm just a kid, grabbing my ears by the throat. I'm just a kid, haven't grown into my bones. I plow my hands through my hair like I'm wondering how I got here, like I don't already know.
Hailey Magee on 95.9 WATD on the tiny stage here on Almost Famous. What's the story behind that?
That story is a story that's going to just go down in history as the story that was never told. That one's under wraps.
Really? Okay.
Yep, it's the under wraps song. I think every musician has to have at least one under wraps song, just to maintain, the mysticism of it all.
Off the air.
Off the air, totally.
That is the voice of Hailey Magee. The new EP is out, and it's called This Beautiful Machine. which is up on your website. You said it's on Bandcamp, too.
Yep, both of the above, totally.
Do you have plans to actually press that, or are you just going to keep it an online release?
I think I'm keeping it online. I think I'm saving the resources and the time to do an album at some point in the future, maybe with the full band idea. You've inspired
Nice.
me, John. That could be a thing. We'll
Do
see.
you have plans for a full, like how you'd lay the tracks out, or how you'd outline it, or how you'd put it all together?
Totally. I have like all of that like buried in the back of my brain. Hopefully it sees the light of day at some point.
And Chris, how about you? Any plans to release a full-length album?
That's definitely the next step. Yeah, I don't know when, and I'm still very much working on that material, but I would love to do that, yeah.
Excellent. Let's just keep on going and hear more music. Chris, you're up. What's
Great.
next?
So this one is a song. I always describe this as kind of a love song to myself. I wrote this song last year kind of as like a self-empowerment thing to face things head on, and it's been helpful, I think. So hope you like it. It's called Safe and Warm. I'm going to start that over.
It's all good? Take
Yep.
two.
You don't seem to notice. You don't seem to care. Content on the sidelines, it's safer there. You stand where it's shallow. The cold laps your skin. But trust me, the water feels warmer if you jump in. So let yourself be braver, let yourself be weak. Let yourself dare to chase the dreams you never speak. To find the things you've wanted, the one that you seek. It's all we really need, it's safe and warm. Safe and warm. You call it rejection. You claim you can't win. But how could you ever expect to? You never buy in. Built walls they can't conquer. Forged locks they can't break. And no one will force their way to you. Open the gate. And let yourself be braver. Let yourself be weak. Let yourself dare to chase the dreams you never speak. To find the thing you've wanted, the one that you seek. It's all we really need. It's safe and warm. Safe and warm. And every chapter can't end in ever after. Some you wish you never read. But every chapter, a step towards what comes after, gives us strength for what's ahead. And let yourself be braver, let yourself be weak. Let yourself dare to chase the dreams you never speak. To find the thing you've wanted, the one that you seek. It's all we really need. Let yourself be braver, let yourself be weak. Let yourself dare to chase the dreams you never speak. To find the things you've wanted, the one that you seek. It's all we really need. Safe and warm. Safe and warm.
Very nice. Chris Heller on 95.9 WATD. What's the story behind that?
I think it was a song. I was sort of facing some personal identity stuff, and so it was that, and also just knowing I wanted to be a musician and facing that and trying to face that head on and jump into it.
Fantastic. Very nice. Is that an older song, or is that one that's fairly new?
That's one from the second EP, which came out in June.
Excellent.
Thanks.
We have to take our final time out of the night. And when we come back, I think we have time for maybe one more song by Hailey. Sound good?
Beautiful. Sounds
All right.
great.
We'll do that in a few minutes. You're listening to 95.9 WATD. We'll be back in a few. And we are in studio tonight with Hailey Magee and Chris Heller of EBASS, the emerging Boston area singer-songwriters. Guys, how you doing tonight?
So
Awesome.
well.
Thank you for coming down to Marshfield tonight. We really appreciate it. You guys sound amazing.
Thank
Oh
you
my
so much
gosh.
for having us. This is awesome.
Yeah, we're thrilled. It's so exciting to be here as musicians, and also like EBASS right now is really just like a close to Boston thing, and so the idea that we can bring it down here is just really, really exciting for us.
We're glad to be a part of it. We're excited to see all the good things you guys are doing.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
It's awesome.
Before we say goodnight, let's recap some of the information. What is EBASS?
Yep, so EBASS stands for Emerging Boston Area Singer-Songwriters, and right now it's a community of emerging artists in the Boston area who may be new to the scene and are looking for opportunities to connect, promote, and perform. We book gigs, we provide social opportunities, and we just sort of do a lot of stuff.
And what is the online information if people want to go and find more information? There's a Facebook group, right?
Yes, so there's a Facebook group, there's a Facebook page. If you just search EBASS, EBASS on Facebook, you should be able to find us. And if you want to hear any more of the musicians that we played earlier in the first hour, we're going to post all of their links to all of their information on our page as well, so that you can find more of their awesome music.
Excellent. And this big show coming up at Lizard Lounge?
Yeah, we've got a show 1 week from tonight at Lizard Lounge starting at 8 p.m. and it rolls all the way till midnight. It's going to be an amazing show of about 10 musicians. Otherwise, we have a monthly residency at the Burren. We're starting a songwriter workshop at Gallery 263 in Cambridge, and more to come, definitely.
Excellent. And individual shows?
And individual shows, correct.
When are your individual shows?
So I'll be playing, I thank you for asking again because I forgot some. I'll be playing at the Middle East Corner tomorrow night with some great people, and then Thursday in Portland, Saturday at Serendipity Cafe in Maynard, Mass, so up north of here. And then further in the distance at the Boston City Plaza on September 20th with the full band.
Nice.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
awesome.
pumped about that.
And then Hailey, what about your shows?
That's so cool. I'm playing a show. I forgot one too, so this is also so great. Great questions. I'm playing one this Saturday at Lily Pad, also in Cambridge. I'm playing one in New Hampshire the following weekend, and then on September 26th on Saturday, got a triple header here. I'm playing at Gallery 263.
Excellent. Very cool. And Hailey, you're taking us home tonight. What are we leaving with?
I figured we'd go out with a little bit of a rowdy bang. This song is called Sandpaper Heart. It's sort of a satire of people who say crude things.
All right. And Peter Black and the Wide World of Blues comes your way next. So stay tuned for that here on WATD. Until then, Hailey Magee is going to take us home.
Na 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 na. You're so sweet. That's what they tell me. All pretty curls and Irish cheeks. A Sunday sort of woman with the legs crossed at the knee. A midlife interruption when you're looking skin deep. I'm a people pleaser, Mr. Teaser, climbing to the top. Don't underestimate the fantasy. You'll get more than you got. You're walking all around like you own this side of town, but someone keeps you coming when the sun goes down now. You're touching me so tenderly now. You're telling me you can't get by without. Well, I'm a game you're trying to play, but I'm holding all the cards. You're betting all your money on my sandpaper heart. You're touching me so tenderly. no, no. We'll all stay. That's what they all say. Breeze like wildfire and go on their way. Their wives are making coffee, trying hard to stay awake, but they'll be waiting till the morning, 'cause their men are at my place. Well, I'm a sultry staring, secret bearing, ladder climbing queen. You're wrapped around my finger quicker than you've ever seen. You're walking all around like you own this side of town, but someone keeps you coming when the sun goes down now. You're touching me so tenderly now. You're telling me you can't get by without. I'm a game you're trying to play, but I'm holding all the cards. You bet all your money on my sandpaper heart. You're touching me. You're touching